What is IRS Publication 929, Tax Rules for Children and Dependents? IRS Publication 929, Tax Rules for Children and Dependents is a document published by the Internal Revenue Service, IRS. It describes filing requirements for children and other dependents who have income of their own to report. Understanding IRS Publication 929, Tax Rules for Children and Dependents. IRS Publication 929, Tax Rules for Children and Dependents is published by the IRS to help individual taxpayers through their tax return, specifically concerning tax law as it affects children and dependents. IRS Publication 929 provides guidance on how people claimed as dependents should compile and file tax information. It outlines in detail the filing requirements for individuals considered dependents and includes how to calculate the dependent's standard deduction and any applicable exemptions. The publication also includes information on how investment income should be reported for children, regardless of whether those children are claimed as dependents. While children are the most commonly recognized type of dependent, you may be able to claim other individuals in your household as a dependent on your tax return. Older adults and disabled persons also fall into that category, but the IRS requires dependents pass various tests to determine eligibility. The individual offers 2 tests that can help you determine if you as a taxpayer can claim another individual on your tax return. The tests include the relationship test, the member of household test, the gross income test, and the support test. Dependents do not have to be blood relatives of the taxpayer in order to be a dependent. The individual does not have to be a biological relative or a member of the taxpayer's nuclear family. Though dependents must have gross income less than $4,300 and the taxpayer claiming a dependent generally needs to provide more than half of the person's total support during the year. Publication 929 Part 1, Rules for All Dependents. The first part of the publication discusses the filing requirements for a dependent. In general, the determining factors on whether or not a dependent has to file a tax return is based on the amount of the dependent's earned and unearned income, whether they are married, whether they are blind, and their age. In addition to earned income and unearned income thresholds, here are other filing requirements to be met. A dependent must file a return if they owe Social Security, Medicare, alternative minimum tax, recapture taxes, tax on a health savings account, or additional tax on a qualified plan. In addition, Publication 929 states that a dependent must file their own taxes if they have a certain amount of earnings from a church or qualified church-controlled organization or had net earnings from self-employment of at least $400.